Hello. So this is how I 10 times my email copy in 2 weeks. This video is for beginners, so if you are a beginner or aspiring copywriter, you will find value in this. At the beginning, it's kind of hard to quantify 10 times, but I use it figuratively, like I improved by a fuck ton. So let's go, let's start. This is how I did it, and any beginner can apply this. At first, my copy could be described like this: unclear, missing the point, selling multiple things by mistake, hard to read sometimes, takes a long time to write, which is very bad when you need to write a lot of copy and you don't have much time, right? And after implementing some of these things, after working, we will talk about that later, this is my copy now. It's clearer, it has a defined mission, it follows the rule of one, smoother to read, smoother to write. Overall, it's a whole nother dimension of thinking about email copy. So this is what I did. Let me explain how I made that transition. So from the beginning of July to mid-July to now August. So in the 2 weeks, any of the 2 weeks really, I did this. I will start with step number 2. I have 3 things. I will start with 2 because later 1 will hit harder, and also you give me more YouTube watch time. So I appreciate that. Study others and learn. So find people who sell decently well, who you know sell decently well, and subscribe to their newsletters or get their free ebook if you enter the email, because then you get added to their email list. And then read and start to see patterns in the emails. You start to kind of internalize and see what works, what doesn't. And then you figure out and understand principles. You understand why it works. But this is just an example email, like this is something you're going to read. And don't just read it to read it, like passively. Go in afterwards or during the reading. You're going to notice some things that you noticed in some other emails maybe, or that really catch your attention and you feel like, damn, now I want to buy this. And this is why I want to buy this. Also, I watched quite a bit of YouTube videos. That's maybe not the best thing, really. Ignore 99% of other people, which is not bad advice. After taking that advice very seriously, I actually made the biggest improvement in the shortest period of time I did. So it works. Maybe you don't need to watch as many YouTube videos. I started off watching Tyson 4D's course and then watching KJ Rainey videos, so on. You don't need to watch too much videos. You need to have your own practical experience. Nothing can beat that. The third thing is understanding business. So, reading books, analyzing businesses, and by doing that, you're going to see where your copy fits in the bigger picture. Like, what are your emails for? What is an email sequence? What are the broadcasts you want to solve afterwards? Like this book, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. I'm actually reading it right now, and I got through the part where he talks about soap opera email sequences and daily Seinfeld emails and why they work, and he has examples for all of them. And from those examples, with the theory that he describes, I got a lot out of that. I got really big value out of that. This other book is Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. I didn't actually read this book, but I heard about the concept of market sophistication, which is kind of important in that book, and then I watched some YouTube videos on that topic to understand that. But basically, understanding all of the concepts of business really makes you internalize what your copy needs to do and where it actually fits. Like, your copy is not the whole business, right? Alex Ramosi talks about how market is more important than the offer, is more important than the persuasion, and copy kind of falls under persuasion. So you need to understand these things a bit, because if you write copy for the wrong offer or the wrong market, you're not going to get much money out of that. And now the most important, the crucial thing, I already kind of spoiled it earlier, it's write email copy. You need to write. You need to write. It's an unskippable step. You need to do it. So open up Google Docs, open up Word, take a piece of paper, take your notebook, do something and write. write emails, think about them while writing them. And over time, it kind of, at first, it's hard. You don't really have the hang of it, but as you read some emails and as you write more, it kind of starts to flow. So then you write it out once, and then maybe you review it another time. And another thing that really helps is sending out your emails to other people for them to review, and you reviewing other people's emails. First of all, it's kind of a good human experience. And second of all, it improves your copy by a lot. Because they tell you what's bad, because they don't think like you. Maybe you think something's great, but it's actually shit. Enough talking about that. You need to write email copy. Let's go through a tangible example. So this is something that I wrote mid-July, so like 2 weeks into copywriting. Now it's already like mid-August, and I'm aware of some things here that work and some things that don't work, so I will comment on all of that. This email is for somebody who is a student or trains, or is a personal trainer for students. Train while studying, simple. Straight A's and straight gains. I was very proud when I came up with that. You sacrifice your training to study. You don't want that, do you? Without that shouldn't be there as well. You can feel the chiseled six-pack dream withering away. Don't worry, I'm about to blow your mind. I'm going to reveal to you how to do both without sacrificing either. You can get straight A's and straight gains. I'm still proud of that. I know it because I did it myself and have friends doing it. This is me, so for proof. You with me? Alright, I'm going to be real. Once I reveal what to do, it won't be easy to execute, but it will click. You will understand what you need to do. You're going to wish you understood sooner, and you will be given guides on how to take the necessary action. So, this is your problem? Well, don't worry, I'm going to take you to your dream state. This is proof I can do it, alright? You can do it with my vehicle. So click here to get my vehicle. I'm not selling the coaching itself, I'm selling that idea and then giving this as a vehicle to get. There are a few problems here. There are definitely some problems with the wording. You can probably reword some things, restructure it a bit. But since this email, my copy, like the quality of the copy itself, has improved, but not by a lot. What's improved since then is how fast I write and how I write with purpose. So let's think about this. Where would this email be used? So if I was writing an email sequence for somebody, I'm probably not going to use this email as is. I would change something, maybe add some personal story, and then it can fit somewhere in the sequence. Somebody needs to give you their email for you to add them to your email list, right? So they probably already know a bit about you. This would maybe work better as a short form video script when everything is nicely edited and things. Maybe this can be a short form video script, and instead of click here, it's like with ManyChat, comment something and you'll get sent over the link. But yeah, where would this fit in? Like, it's not really a part of an email sequence I would send. I would need to modify it. It's not really a broadcast. That is usually a bit more personal because they already know you. So this doesn't really make too much sense to be sent as a broadcast often. It depends on the situation. Maybe something new, some new program is coming out, whatever. So yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, I remember this taking me quite a bit of time. Like, it's not a long email and it's quite simple, but at first I at least had a bunch of ideas, and really narrowing down to the direct things is what you need to do, what I needed to do. So now I will write it much faster. This is by no means the best email ever, or the best short form video script ever. So I need to keep on improving, right? And as I'm improving, I'll be able to give you better insight and give you even more value. So you can subscribe for more insight, and